What's up, guys? Welcome once again to my YouTube channel, Great Check. And once again, this is Jerry, and thank you for dropping by my channel. If you are new to this channel, thank you so much. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, click your subscribe button and also your notification bell so that you will be notified for more videos that we have. Since we are still having this series regarding the prophecies of Daniel chapter 2, 7, and also Revelation chapter 13. And this is still connected to what is happening now, the fulfillment, because in my own personal perspective, this really, the things that are happening in our time are really heading to the fulfillment of Revelation chapter 13 verse 11 to 17. So if you haven't watched yet, or this is your first time, please click your subscribe button and also your notification bell so that you'll be notified if I upload new videos in the series. And if this is your if you already have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much, and thank you, welcome once again to my channel. And we're still having this in the series, since we are done with if you haven't watched yet, the COVID-19 and the mark of the beast. That was the first video in the series. Then also COVID-19 and the two beasts of Revelation chapter 13, and that was the second topic that we have. Actually, the first COVID-19 and the mark of the beast has two parts, so we really have to watch the two parts of the video, the topic, and also the COVID-19 and the two beasts of Revelation chapter 13. We only have one video for that. So please just check my channels, my channel pages, so that you could also see the topics that we have been in the series. And also, if you are not done yet watching the third topic, which is COVID-19 and the four beasts of Daniel chapter 7, so you can also check that one in my channel. And also the last topic that we had in the series, COVID-19 and the dream that foretold the end of the world. And this time we are moving forward now, as what I said, since the first video was the mark of the beast, which is we can find that in Revelation chapter 13 verses 11 to 17. So that was the first video that we had, and we were going back to the root of the prophecy, so that we could understand what really that prophecy that is mentioned in Revelation chapter 13, that is really also connected to Daniel chapter 7 and even Daniel chapter 2. And in this video, we're gonna be tackling, as I have promised to you, then as what we have studied in the video COVID-19 and the four beasts of Daniel chapter 7. So this time we're gonna be deepening our study, our understanding of Daniel chapter 7. Actually, Daniel chapter 7 is really another prophetic vision from God. It is connected to really the vision, also the dream that King Nebuchadnezzar had in Daniel chapter 2. And it was this Daniel chapter 7 vision that God gave to Daniel was 50 years after the vision of Daniel chapter 2. So that was in 553 BC. And Daniel at that time was about 70 years old. And Nebuchadnezzar had been died for about 9 years now, and Babylon was steadily declining in greatness and power. And we also have that chapter 5 of Daniel and chapter 6 were still in the future. But this time we are gonna be tackling about Daniel chapter 2. As what we have this one, that topic now, that as what I said, Daniel chapter 7 is really parallel to Daniel chapter 2. And Daniel is shown again the empires that would rule the world since his time to the final empire which shall not be destroyed. That's what I said in Daniel chapter 2, that God will also God will set up a kingdom, an everlasting kingdom this time. So that's what it says in Daniel chapter 2 verses 44, and also Daniel chapter 7 verse 14 also mentioned that one, that kingdom will not be destroyed. Actually, in Daniel chapter 2, it provided us just political information, but Daniel chapter 7 also not only political information, but it involves God's people and their story from a religious perspective. Is if you can see on the screen that we really have the 5 things that really need to consider, the things that we will really have to discuss. But in this video, I'm just gonna be tackling probably the 4 beasts and the little horn, because this is really connected to Revelation chapter 13, the first beast, and also it is connected also to the second beast. But still, in Daniel chapter 7, you can also see that the judgment is set and after the little horn, and then the Son of Man, and also the saints of the Most High. So this time, in Daniel chapter 7, that's what I said in the last video that we had, COVID-19 and the 4 beasts of Daniel chapter 7, we could really see the 4 beasts as what I said in there, that the first one is like a lion, and the second one is like a bear, third one is like a leopard, but the fourth one, it is really an unidentified beast. So it says in Daniel chapter 7 that the lion and the eagle, the beast that looked like a lion, as it came out of the sea, and we all know that the sea is a multitude, nations, tongues, and people. So this kingdom rose up with the conquest of the from fighting or conquest of the kingdoms. And lion, it has an eagle's wings. That means its swiftness. The wings is the Bible says that the wings symbolized for the swiftness, or the rapid, or the fast, the speed of the conquest. But this lion and eagle, which represents the Babylonian Empire, because as what it says here, that these great beasts are the 4 kings which arise out of the earth. So that means this beast of the lion beast is represented by is symbolized by the Babylonian Empire. Its wings are plucked out. That means it cannot conquer anymore after the King Nebuchadnezzar, and after that there is no conquering of other kingdoms anymore. It is lifted up from the earth. That means it loses its dignity, it declines its power. The third one, a man's heart is given to it. That means it becomes fearful. So that's why he had that dream in Daniel chapter 2, because he was afraid that he is worried about his kingdom, that he really wanted to make it everlasting forever. But God showed to him in the dream that his kingdom will be given to another kingdom, and that kingdom, the next kingdom, was the bear, symbolized by a bear, and that is the Medo-Persian Empire. It is raised up on one side. That means Persians were stronger than the Medes, because this empire, the second empire that rose or conquered Babylonian Empire, was Medo-Persian Empire. So it raised up on one side. That means Persians were stronger than the Medes. It has 3 ribs in its mouth. That means this kingdom conquered Lydia, Babylon, and Egypt. So the 3 ribs that the bear um, has on its mouth is really the three major kingdoms that the Medo-Persian conquered, and that was Lydia, Babylon, and Egypt. It is said, "Arise, devour much," please. It said, "Arise and devour much flesh." That means they conquered a larger area and with more voracity. So it is really something. The empire is vast, is larger. It conquered a larger area. And the third one, of course, was what we know in Daniel chapter 2, the kingdom that really conquered Medo-Persian after Babylonian, then Medo-Persian, then after that, the empire that conquered Medo-Persian empire is the Greco-Macedonian Empire, or Greek or Grecian Empire. It represents the it is represented by the leopard beast, and it has 4 wings of a bird. That means they conquered quickly. So the conquest, they really conquered many nations, many nations, and they made it quickly. They conquered quickly. It has 4 heads. That means the kingdoms would be divided into 4, and that the kingdom were given to the 4 generals. Since it was divided, it was a divided empire. And we all know that the king Alexander the Great died at the age of 32. He was still young, but he almost conquered the whole populated area in the Europe, even Asia and Africa. And after he died, he entrusted his kingdom to his 4 generals, and we all know those 4 generals, as what the history also told us. And it is given dominion. That means they spread wider than the previous empires. So that was really different with the other empires, because they really had those this empire has been given a dominion. That means they spread wider than the previous empires. The 4th one is the Roman Empire, as what it was also as what we also had discussed in Daniel chapter 2. And it is really different. It is a different beast because it is unidentified. Even Daniel didn't know, could not understand what this beast is. And it has huge iron teeth. That means they were known as the Iron Kingdom. The Roman Empire is known as the Iron Kingdom. It devours, breaks in pieces, and tramples all those those kingdoms. They used various strategies to conquer. So it has 10 horns. That means the empire was divided into smaller parts. And we all know that the Roman Empire is divided into 10 kingdoms after the downfall of the empire. And after that, there was something that Daniel really was astonished, because while he was looking at the 10 horns, there came out a little horn, and 3 horns plucked out when this horn came out. So we all know that it is also represented by the 10 kingdoms that was from the Roman Empire. The divided empire, the empire was divided into 10 kingdoms, and those kingdoms were all represented by a horn. And since we all know that horn is symbolized for power, and also kings, of course, and Yeah, you can see it on the screen. The meaning of those horns, but the 10 horns that the fourth beast had is it is a symbol of the divided empire, the Roman Empire. So the kingdom was divided into 10 kingdoms, but there came out another kingdom, another horn, and the 3 horns plucked out of that when the little horn came out. So we all know that the 10 horn also is parallel to Daniel chapter 2 of King Nebuchadnezzar's dream, the 10 toes, 10 toes of King Nebuchadnezzar's dream, which is also a divided kingdom. And this is really parallel with one another. The different one is that it has a little horn, and it is a specific something is specific in this time, since there came out another little horn, and the 3 horns plucked out when it came out.